Hello, my name is Derek Fitzer, and I teach mobile apps at the Southwestern Career Academy. If you are interested in design, if you are interested in code, if you like technical challenges, this might be a program for you. I want you to watch a short video. This really kind of captures a lot of the technology we work with, but also kind of the crazy but focused and intelligent group of students I get to work with. All right, welcome to mobile apps. That video I think does a pretty good job of kind of showing a lot of the different technology we work with. It's not only the coding side of mobile apps, but also the design side of mobile apps. They kind of work hand in hand for what we do. We have two big areas of focus. We have kind of this focus on app design, the UX, the UI, the visual components, and we also have the coding side of app development. Which is complex and detailed and requires a lot of problem solving. So it really kind of creates a neat balance for that technical creative student. So if you're thinking about a career technical program, you are thinking about a career. So we do have a lot of fun in class, but the real goal is to get you ready for college, get you ready for a job. And there are some fantastic jobs out there waiting for you if you have coding skills. Over the past 10 years, software development, app development has been at the top of the list for about everybody's list of best jobs in the United States. Here's some course content information. So mobile apps is composed of 4 different courses through Ohio Department of Education. These are all career technical courses. So we have mobile app dev, multimedia and image management, object-oriented programming, and database application. So we combine these and tailor it unique for app development, and that's what creates our course. We have some industry credentials. We have the CompTIA certification students can sit for. We also have an app dev with Swift. I'll say we're a fairly new program. We're 3 years in, and so we're adding to this list continually. We also have the 1101 and 1103 options for potential college credit. So this is our awesome lab. We can reconfigure this space very quickly. We can collaborate. Students can get away to work quietly on their own. We have display technology that is just fantastic. It is a really cool space to work in. Take a look at this. This is actually a little project we put together. So this is actually shooting through the phone, and it's an app that we created that will superimpose content, augmented reality. How cool is that? I thought I'd just throw that in as part of our lab tour. So let's take a look at the coding curriculum for the first year of mobile apps. We start off with very simple concepts: variables, constants, buttons, images, and labels. And this is set up so that a student can come into the program with some coding experience or not and still be very successful. All the projects I give are always going to have an MVP. So it's going to have, here's like the core content you need to cover, but then beyond that, there's always stretches. And I have my talented students who will keep running those stretches, and they will start doing amazing work really early in the year. And I always want to help facilitate that. By the end of the year, all students are working with complex frameworks like MapKit. They're working with the GPS functionality of the phone. They're working with augmented reality and building some really impressive stuff. And throughout second semester, most of my students are really starting to build a portfolio of their kind of side project. or they're really kind of researching and learning some techniques on their own to eventually focus on that build your own app at the end of the year. So the second year of mobile apps, we start the year with a pretty in-depth review of most of the content from the first year. It lets students kind of refresh their memory a little bit, and also most students kind of gain a deeper level of understanding by revisiting and taking a new look at some of the older techniques that we used. And then quickly we're moving into some of our more advanced concepts. We are working with APIs and the JSON that goes along with that. We're working with the human interface guidelines, the information that helps make sure that apps are accessible. We're also getting into starting working with clients, and how do we talk with clients, and how do we plan projects, and we look at software development life cycle, a lot of these, the kind of the business side of app development. And by the end of the year, the student should have an amazing portfolio of work, including a real world app that they've developed with a client. All right, we're going to take a look at an app called Hunter, and this is second semester of junior year. We run this in about 2 weeks. And it's pretty awesome because at this point in time, the students' apps are really starting to look real world. They're doing things that actual, professional apps do. In this case, we'll be using the GPS functionality and mapping tools in the phone to search for a restaurant or anything that they would want to search for. As far as working with this content, we are always talking about bigger picture questions related to coding, programming, designing as a career. In this app, we really start focusing on the ethics of using data from somebody's phone. That's huge. We also are talking about, obviously troubleshooting and problem solving are constant elements, communication within teams. All these things are kind of incorporated as we work. Now, let's hop over and actually look at the app itself. So we are using new tools in here for the student at this point in time. MapKit framework is specific. And so all sorts of new stuff to learn. And this can look real, like I said, can really look intimidating to somebody who hasn't coded before. But trust me, students are just tearing this stuff up by the time we are second semester, which is pretty awesome. So this is what an app looks like from the code standpoint. And then we can hop over here to our storyboard. This is a visual representation of the app. And we connect these two pieces. And when we run it, we'll simulate it on a phone. There you go. It hops into our current location at the Southwestern Career Academy, and we hit this search button. It's going to show our locations of the different pizza locations. We create a custom icon for that, and we can then get details about all of these locations. Pretty neat stuff. So, and once again, this is just the starting point for students. And when they get to this point, they are all of a sudden realizing, wow, there's so many cool things you can do having this power of GPS and map function. It's awesome. So that is Hunter. So that's kind of a short tour of mobile apps and some of the content we cover. Obviously, the information I shared is just the tip of the iceberg. One thing I want to tell every potential student, coding's really tough. It's really challenging, and you're going to make mistakes every day, and we do that together as a group. I think that's one of the most fun things we get to do is somebody's code breaks, we have to fix it. So if you've coded before, you even experienced that challenge, you know how tough it can be. And if you haven't coded before, you're in for a treat. It can be really tough, but it's really awesome when you develop those big solutions. So if you want to learn more about the program, please get in touch. Join us on those virtual visitation days. Send me an email. I'd love to talk to you more about the program and the awesome opportunities we have at the Southwestern Career Academy. Take care.